Welcome to the wonderful world of football shirts. We are a podcast that is dedicated to all things football shirt. But it's Christmas time and we're feeling festive. And when you're feeling festive, what do? You put on a Christmas jumper. That's right, Christmas jumper season. So what better thing to do than to host a tournament based on Christmas jumpers alone? That's right. So people who are fans of the podcast will know that we normally do a tournament based on football shirts and we play them off against each other until we find our winner of a World Cup, a Euros or a Copa America. But this time we are basing it only on Christmas jumpers. And because we're doing it Christmas jumpers, which is a very British thing to do, we're doing the best British tournament there is, which is the FA Cup. So we have selected 32 teams to face off against each other in a winner-takes-all Christmas jumper bonanza. You'll hear from myself and the regular team, Woody and Jake, and also our glorious producer, Helen. And then there's some guest people as well getting involved, like Harry from HB Shirts.
Hey, there we go, yeah.
Right, so we've got Tottenham Hotspur against Aston Villa. So I'm going to find the Tottenham Hotspur shirt first, or Tottenham Hotspur versions.
Oh my god, some of these are gross.
So we've got three in the middle here.
Did we just select any Spurs from that, do we?
Oh, we could give them a quick rundown. So we've got one that's, they're all majority of navy blue. There's one that's got a gingerbread man with COYS, which obviously says "Come on, you Spurs," and with snowflakes. I mean, I don't want to kind of like make it trickier. That's quite Christmassy, isn't it? What we think
Fresh out of
Christmas vibes.
that one.
You think that's a fresh out of Tesco's? That's Christmassy though,
Yeah.
right? But other than the COYS, I'm not getting much Spursy vibes.
No.
The
That's what I mean.
man's wearing green.
He does look like he's wearing green, doesn't he?
Yeah, that hat and the bow tie that he's got on that. Yeah.
Oh, but he does have a Spurs logo in the middle of the gingerbread.
Is that the
And
new
of course-
logo or the old one though?
That's
Oh,
the new
yeah.
one that doesn't say Tottenham.
The blue.
This one, however, is a lot more Tottenham. Less Christmassy, but more Tottenham-y.
Oh,
So
no.
they've gone...
I love that.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
this on the Jurgen Klinsmann shirt?
This is
Yeah,
what I
but
would
they've got
call the
little
Jurgen
snowflakes
Klinsmann.
as the lighter purple bit, haven't they?
The Holston kind of era.
Yeah, it's the Holston vibe, Holston beer vibes era. Tottenham badge is the old Tottenham badge from that era. Yeah, it's purpley. It says ho 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 instead of Holston, and there's snowflakes instead of on the lighter purple, which was the kind of pattern. So my point here is, it's more football shirty, less Christmassy, but they still get a bit of Christmassy element, but more Spursy element. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
and
okay.
then their third effort.
Here we go.
Right. This is ticking all the boxes for that, isn't it? We've got snowflakes, Tottenham logos, old Tottenham logos. We've got 1882
Colour of the
on
team.
there. Colours of the team. We've got the slight goldy yellowiness as well, which they use. There's whites, there's blues. Woody, how is this ticking? Is this ticking your Christmas box?
That's the best one out of all three because it's, the whole point of a Christmas jumper is it's supposed to look Christmassy. It's supposed to be a little bit out there, and it's supposed to look like different from a normal jumper. But that just, if I were to look at that straight away, I'd go, "That's Tottenham, done."
And
That's what.
Jake, is it fair to say you'll go, "Oh, that's a Christmas jumper"?
Yeah, 100%. That's got all the aspects of a Christmas jumper. There's usually
Okay.
a bit like a hoopy type pattern in there. There's usually some sort of
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
That's
That's
definitely
the
a Christmas
Tottenham
enough.
Okay, so there we go. I like the start. So we've got the Tottenham vibes there. Now, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, we had Villa. Is it Villa?
There's Villa
Have
on
we
the
just
left
got
there.
we've got a Villa one. Is that all we have?
Yeah, there's just one. Because I had a look for this one. There was just one sort of adulty one. I think there was a
That
there was
is
a juniors
boring
one
as. Right, here we go then.
Yeah. That was the most. Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Oh.
I've got Home Bargains vibes on that.
That's what I mean. That is a supermarket Christmas jumper, isn't it?
So I guess the first question, Jake, I'm going to ask you, Jake. Are you getting Aston Villa vibes off that?
A little bit. We've got the claret and blue bands together, sort of at the top part of it, which kind of work.
Just say Aston Villa.
I like the fact it's got a Christmas pud on there as well. I don't know if many of the others will probably see will have that on there. There's a nice little Rudolph thing running across the middle. I think it's just a standard, pretty generic Christmas jumper.
I am just going to.
Aston Villa. Oh, hang on.
We've got the word Aston Villa. Oh, hold on a minute. The noses. I think the nose lights up.
Yeah, or they're just sort of like a 3D element to the noses.
Yeah, bubble.
We've got a winner. Stop the press.
Okay, well the question is,
looking at that image of I think the Santa hat bobbles at the
Yeah.
end are a bit protruding.
yeah, the
as
Santa
well.
hat, the Santa hat's on the top. They've got kind of a bobble for Santa's.
Now, if you hadn't zoomed in on that, Rich, that'd have completely passed us by, and we'd have voted that out.
Well, shall we? Would it only be fair if we just had a quick? We don't need to zoom with the Tottenham one, do we? That looked as black and white as.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing, no fancy extras
So,
on that one.
Do you know what? I thought I was gonna vote for Tottenham. Then we've zoomed in on the Aston Villa one, and I'm not sure again. So, Woody, where are you going with this one?
I'm going with Villa now because it's a little bit more out there with the design.
Okay, and Jake?
Ooh, looking at the images, I do like the fact they've made a little Christmas jumper to match the dog, for the dog as well. Looks like the Spurs have got a dog version of that jumper, which...
I can't remember. I think it was Helen, maybe had done Spurs. She also included the dog versions.
You didn't tell me that.
It's a like for like as well. It's exactly the same as the adults.
Okay.
That would. I did Newcastle, and they've done the same as well. Newcastle have got a dog version. And I can just imagine it, Christmas Day. Oh, everyone's got the same jumper, even the dog.
I'll change my mind.
I'm going Spurs.
Okay, we've gone Spurs. Have you gone Spurs as well then, Woody?
Yeah.
It's the dog in it.
Gotta love dogs at Christmas.
Okay, so the winner of match one and progressing is Tottenham Hotspur. So there you go, Christmas jumpers. That's how we do it.
Good start.
Good start. As you know from the last episode, Tottenham versus Aston Villa ended up with a Tottenham win. We could say that was on penalties because it was dog availability, which sent them through over the Aston Villa 3D effect jumper of Father Christmas, little hats with little baubles on the bottom. The next game we have got coming up is West Ham versus Bournemouth. So if we just pull up the West Ham and Bournemouth Christmas jumpers.
Okay, so I'm just having a quick look at the West Ham one now.
If you look at West Ham, I'll look at Bournemouth as well.
Oh wow! Okay.
Right, what have you got? What have you got for? Do you want to describe West Ham for us really quickly?
Yeah, it's a very sort of traditional looking Christmas jumper. They've gone for the traditional route with kind of like the patterns going across. I can see snowflakes. I can see Christmas trees. I can see elk. You know, all good.
That is more
start.
elk than it is reindeer, which is a surprise.
Yeah. They're big elk, maybe moose, whatever. It's got the hammers written on it. It's got the hammer logo. It's got "We're Forever Blowing Bubbles," and it's also got the London Eye. Oh, you know what? It's got everything. It's got London Eye,
Stadium.
Tower Bridge, London Stadium. Oh,
This fills the brief. This fills the brief of West Ham becoming London's team. because they did change the badge, didn't they, to say London underneath there. So this is what I would call a traditional Christmas jumper. I would say it's unique enough to not be a supermarket one, which I know is one of Woody's points, because the colours are slightly different. It's not your traditional reds, blues, greens that are, your traditional supermarket, I've just bought this. It has West Ham colours. I like the hammers in the Christmas. It's a knitted jumper as well, which is important, because some of them are just sweatshirts with a printed logo on, and that's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Christmas trees, lovely. We've got a lot of West Ham messages.
We have, yeah. Who are they playing against? So I can get that
Bournemouth.
one.
So go up to the top. We've got Bournemouth, and we have got one entry from Bournemouth as well, which is a lot more understated. It is a black number. It has the Bournemouth badge right slap dash in the centre, with 2 leaping reindeers on either side. Ooh. And then it has a lovely stripe across the chest and arm, with just Christmassy pattern, and then a kind of snowflakey pattern on the top. It's so much more understated. It's still Christmassy, but there's a lot less going on.
Yeah, I'd wear that one. I'd wear that one more than the West Ham one. But as far as Christmas jumpers goes,
the problem is your Christmas. Right, okay. Well, Helen, I'm going to bring you on this because we need a third person here at the same time. A Christmas jumper, we know it's ridiculous, right? We know they're lairish, garish, Larry. We expect that. So when you say I would wear that, is that kind of like teetering on the not a very good Christmas jumper?
I do like a Christmas jumper. I mean, the way that I'm meaning it is, I'd wear that, like happily wear that. But at the same time, if I was to choose my favourite Christmas jumper to go through to the next round, it's West Ham.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I think the West Ham one is bespoke to what it needs to be. It's Christmassy, but it's also very specific to the team. I love that London landscape at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And I think if you were to speak in a London accent, then that "we're forever blowing baubles" probably sounds brilliant.
Oh, does it say baubles?
It says baubles.
I didn't even pick that up.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Well done.
Yeah, job
Actually,
done.
I bet it'll work in Rich's accent.
Well, I'm not going to do it now, thank you. Forever blowing baubles.
Yeah. Whereas I think the Bournemouth one is probably just mass-produced. It's probably a template.
I would say...
It doesn't have any Bournemouth landscape. It doesn't have the sea. What are they, the cherries?
The cherries.
Yeah,
do we know if they have a
landscape? It doesn't have any cherries. Bournemouth is by the beach, by the sea, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
By the name of the place, Bournemouth, mouth of Bourne, yeah. I think on Jake's point is if you take away the badge, it's an elegant Christmas jumper. It's one you would see in one of what they call it American Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Movies, Jesus, yeah.
I think that if you take away the reindeers, I think you actually take away the Christmas element, and that just looks like a jumper you might buy, because those jumpers are quite popular. So I think we are in agreement that West Ham will go through.
Yep.
Okay.
Happy with that. Yep.
Helen, are you on board with the concept?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, we get it. So the next one is Norwich versus Man City, and we actually have an input from Woody as well on this one. So I'm going to just... Norwich are at home, so we'll bring up Norwich's first. Okay, we've got one Norwich effort.
Ooh,
guess what?
It's got a zip though.
Ooh, it's got a zip though.
Not on my watch.
Okay. It follows the... actually, do you know what? This is very similar to Bournemouth's effort, only it has a zip. There's a few more Christmassy elements to it, or is it? It's just a nice pattern. There's a canary in the middle surrounded by a snowflake. It's a lot more green than it is yellow. Do you know what this looks like? This looks like a training top that they would come out pre-match. You know, when they come out to the anthems at the start and they wear a pre-match jacket. I can actually imagine Norwich City wearing this. Okay, that's Norwich's.
Yeah.
And then Man City's.
Man City.
Oh. Nah. This is even worse.
Oh, let's have a look. I'm just opening. Oh my God! Get rid of that. They don't even count. It's It's fake as well. It's false information for a start.
Right. It says champions, and then 4 in a row at the bottom. It is then baubles, and on the baubles there are Premier League trophy, 1894 City. Is that a pig with a Christmas hat on?
No, it's that weird alien thing that they've got as a mascot.
Oh, like the Citizen or whatever it is. Is that what it is? Anyway, it's a collection of that. The one thing that I don't like about it, and actually I hope you both agree with me here, is that a Christmas jumper, as I've already said, is a statement piece. It's ugly. That's what it originally, that's the fun of it, right? You don't big yourself up. You don't self-promote when wearing one of these. It's supposed to be silly. Here you are telling, oh, guess what? We've won 4 in a row. Nah, you're not supposed to look classy you look classy by wearing the jumper. You don't go, look at me in my jumper. And I think they're trying to say, look at me in my jumper.
Won the league.
Right, you just put your Man United side up to one side for a second. This is a proper tournament.
Okay. Well, yeah, I completely agree with what you just said. That is, it's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. I was all for Norwich getting booted out for the zip, but Norwich go through for me.
Helen, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm the same. The Man City one, it's not peachy, it's not cute, it doesn't have Christmas appeal for me, but it's also not very smart. It's not a very nice jumper as a standalone jumper. I quite like the neckline.
Yeah.
But I like the Norwich one,
okay.
and I would recognise that without it doesn't have the team name on it.
Yeah,
but I would know immediately what team that person was supporting.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Woody's input was Man City is very boring and expensive, not Christmassy enough. So there we go. Norwich City have knocked out Man City of the Christmas Jumper FA Cup. So that's made you happy, but in all honesty, we're all happy because it's the right decision.
Yeah.
I love how niche we can be here sometimes. Okay, now Man United versus Leicester. So let's bring up Man United and Leicester's one. So it's Man United at home.
I've got a few.
Manchester United have a few. Man United got 3.
Oh my God. Are we choosing our favourite one?
Well, let's just quickly talk about... I think we've got to pick our favourite one out of the 3.
Okay.
So we've got a red one with Manchester United written across the chest. It's got white Christmassy patterns with a little kind of black pinstripe in them. It's very... I'm going to be honest, I'm not getting much Christmas vibes on this. I'm getting Christmassy jumper pattern vibes, but I'm not getting Christmassy. There's no... is that a snowflake? I don't know. There's no reindeers. There's no... Father Christmas is red. Anyway. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Right, next one. This is one of the first ones. This is Fred the Red.
Yeah, yeah.
And Fred the Red is actually wearing that Christmas jumper that we just spoke about. Which I quite
like this one before I prefer this one than the other one.
Yeah, there's a bit of Inception going on there that he's wearing the Christmas jumper in the previous photo. He's kicking a ball. It's got Christmas trees. That's a bit more Christmassy. I can see snow.
Yeah. That one's my favourite one out of the 2 so far. Let's have a look at the third.
And then the third one.
Chilling at Old Trafford. Oh. It's got Old Trafford.
It's got Old Trafford.
It's a polar bear wearing the jumper.
He's wearing the jumper at the start as well.
Okay. I don't know which one my favourite is out of the three. They're all a bit naff.
So the third one, we've got a proper model wearing this one, and he looks like a model idiot. We've got at the top, we've got snow on a green background, round by the shoulders. We've then got what looks like the top of Old Trafford with those kind of like support stanchions, right? That come at the top. You've then got Manchester United underneath, which again is very Old Traffordy.
Yeah.
Then it kind of just blends into white, and there are Christmas trees in front of it. And there's a huge fucking polar bear.
With sunglasses. With sunglasses.
He's cool, man. Polar bears are cool. Give him a break. And then it says, again, chilling at Cold Trafford at the bottom. I don't know about this one. What are your thoughts, Jake?
The first one I don't like, the red one. I think it's a bit, like you say, a bit boring. The red one's cool. Don't mind that one. But for me, this one has got the ridiculousness of a Christmas jumper, which I quite like.
Yeah, that's true. There's nothing like super cool about it in the sense that you look a bit of an idiot. Helen?
Yeah.
Add a little note on these.
Yeah, I think these are what we're looking for in Christmas jumpers. You can imagine wearing that polar bear one to your work's Christmas jumper day, and it getting a laugh. You know, you can see people wearing these for the Boxing Day match when everyone's in a really good mood. I like this. Whoever's choosing these designs, I think they're aiming for the right thing.
Okay, well, let's just keep them all as a 3 for now, and we'll have a look at Leicester City, because I picked Leicester City's ones, and we have got some completely different ones to go up against. The first one...
We've got 3 Leicester City shirts, jumpers as well.
We've got a blue one. Brilliant. It's got the Leicester City badge with dotted around, randomly placed with Christmas tree outlines, holly outlines, snowflakes, and kind of a smaller fox outline. This is not what I would call a typical Christmas jumper, because a typical Christmas jumper again follows that linear pattern, which some of the Man United one does in the first one, and the sleeves of the second one. But I'm getting very Leicester vibes, be it the big badges, and I'm getting Christmassy vibes given the fact that I can tell that's a Christmas tree. Yeah?
Yep.
Second one, we have got, I think, our first entrance as a retro Christmas jumper, because this is based off the... Jake, you know what date this was, because you talked about this one before, the green one. They score draw remade it. I think it's 1980s.
Yeah, it's Lineker era.
Gary Lineker wore one just like this. It's got the old Leicester City badge in the middle. It's a forest green jumper with yellow pinstripes. But again, we've got snowflakes, we've got snowdrops, we've got yellow candy canes. This says Christmas to me as well.
Yeah, they've done that one all right, haven't they?
It is a cool little retro Christmas jumper. And then third one.
I've just opened that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is a banger. This is playing off Leicester City's current third shirt, which, Jake, you and I both adore anyway.
I love it, yeah. And then as soon as I opened it, I was like, oh my God, as if they've done that.
Yeah, so it's a black Christmas jumper. It's got the Leicester City badge in white in the middle. It's got a row of snowflakes, a row of patterns. It's then got some Christmas trees. But the main thing that makes this what it is that people may know that the Leicester City third shirt is a kind of kaleidoscope of colour in pinks and yellows, as a kind of like galaxy, starbursty kind of way about it. And they've mimicked that in the Christmas jumper. Have I kind of hit that one?
Yeah, bang on, absolutely bang on. Yeah, there's the Christmas element for that one is obviously just the sort of band going across the middle with little snowflakes and trees and stuff like that going in there. But yeah, I mean, I quite like the retro-y green one they did, because I feel like they've done a good job. It's very CFS-y. But this one is really like completely different, and I like the fact that they've chose this season's third. I think I might be slightly biased because I really like that shirt.
Yeah.
But I mean, Helen, what do you think regarding the Christmasiness of those three efforts?
I think they're missing the kitschy element that I really like in cheesy Christmas jumpers.
Yeah.
But the detail on these shirts is really, on these jumpers, is really nice. They've obviously really carefully thought about what they want and how to put it on. They haven't just slapped on the logo on a generic Christmas jumper. Like, they brought together all these details. It's really fan focused. I can imagine people love wearing these jumpers.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quick vote on it now. I'm sorry, Jake, to interrupt you because I know we are short on time. I'm going to vote for Leicester City to go through. But I think as a trio, all three of those are stronger than Manchester United's. As Christmas jumper, I appreciate, Helen, maybe the quiche thing, but that's what I think. But this is not a dictatorship. Jake, who are you thinking about putting through?
I will go for Leicester City as well. I quite like a little bit of the Christmassy cheese that the United ones are going for. I love the Fred the Red, and I love the chilling at Old Trafford. That's brilliant. But I think, like Helen said, the sort of detailing and the effort, they've smashed it. They've done really well. I like it. The green and the black ones are better than the blue one for me, but I think even that still puts them through.
Yeah, Helen, just to make it up, who would you have?
Agreed. I'd put Leicester through, but I think if we have a strongest loser, that polar bear gets a look in.
Okay. We're going to do one more. I was going to try and do a few more, but I'm actually enjoying this, so I like talking about them. And this will actually involve, I think, the bootleg shirt, the Christmas jumper, which we will talk about. It's going to be Middlesbrough against Crystal Palace.
Okay. Oh my God, Middlesbrough. We've got a few images.
Well, Middlesbrough have entered quite a lot of Christmas jumpers. And if I'm quite honest with you, they all fit a similar kind of... There's the other Christmas jumpers we've seen so far, like the Man United ones, there's 3 different jumpers. There's a Christmas pattern traditional style. There was a Fred the Red, and there was a polar bear who was chilling at Old Trafford with a pun. These 3 Middlesbrough shirts have all a similar kind of thing to them. It's a scene in snow. So the first one that I'm looking at is the old Middlesbrough Stadium. I don't know what that was called.
Bloody like a Lowry photo, that, isn't it? It's gone for it with the detailing, Jesus.
And do you know what? If I'm quite honest as well, I think this is a sweatshirt with a print on it.
Yeah, there's no way they're getting that detail in a woolly jumper, are you?
Have we got a picture of someone wearing these?
Sadly, that wasn't available in the club shop.
Oh.
And if I'm honest with you, I think the next one, so it's the bridge, and Santa's flying over the bridge with a huge current Middlesbrough badge on the stomach, all in red again. And then the third one, we have inside the current Riverside Stadium, so we can view the pitch, we can view Santa again flying over the stadium. This one has a bit more Christmassy element. It's got Middlesbrough badges on the sleeves, we've got a bit of snowfall, we've got some Christmas trees, we've got a snowman with a football.
Okay.
There's a lot going on with it.
Who are they up against, Rich?
Crystal Palace.
Okay.
And Crystal Palace have entered 2, and actually have entered... See, now this is where it looks better already. Crystal Palace have entered a similar shirt in that you are inside Selhurst Park. Father Christmas currently looks like he's being a bit sneaky. He's running across the pitch with a Crystal Palace coloured bag full of goodies, but the goodies are falling out on the pitch. But it looks knitted. There's a massive Crystal Palace badge at the top. It just looks a lot smarter. The other shirt is a kind of patchwork diamond jumper with Crystal Palace badge in the middle, CPFC 1861, Christmas jumper, candy canes, what's that kind of holly? What do you think about it?
Oh wow, it is a proper jumper. Is that a proper jumper, Helen? Or is that a
Yeah,
normal,
that's
is that a
the proper
sweatshirt?
jumper.
That's a proper jumper, isn't it? So that Middlesbrough is a proper jumper.
Ooh, okay, that does change it. Yes, it is a proper jumper. See, I love the fact that you've gone and found that, because that wasn't there originally. Also,
Yeah.
he doesn't quite look like he's actually there, but he might be AI. That does.
But definitely on that guy, it looks like a proper jumper.
It does.
It's very striking.
However, again, this won't be entered because it's not fair to. But if you, Jake, if you just scroll down to not official Crystal Palace,
Oh, okay.
we've got a
Oh,
brilliant.
wow.
And Helen, do you want to tell us what this is? Because it's only fair.
So this is the jumper I saw quite a lot when I was looking for these Christmas jumpers. This is the kind of off-brand Christmas jumpers you can get.
Yeah.
Love that.
Go on, describe it for us, please.
I don't know who any of those play.
Okay. In the kind of so it's a sweatshirt with a print on, and that's fine because we're going to call it a bootleg Christmas jumper. In the Christmassy stitched pattern, it says "We Three Kings" with some Christmas trees on there. And if I'm not, I don't know who the third one on the right is, but it's a picture of Attilio Lombardo. Is that right?
Yeah.
We've got Ian Wright, and who's the third one?
Johnson, AJ. Played for Birmingham
Andy
City
Johnson.
as well. Yeah.
There you go. And they are their three kings. And that is very good. I think, like, hats off. As bootleg tops go, that is superb because...
I don't know. I feel like they could have...
Who
I
else
feel
would
like
they
they
have had
could
as
have
their three
put little
kings?
crowns on or something like that as well. Put little crowns on them.
Yeah, but then you'd be missing the shine of Lombardo's head.
True, very true.
All right, I need to rush you. Who are we putting through between 3 Middlesbrough scenes and Crystal Palace that had a lot more of a knitted effort, and they're kind of patchworky?
I don't know, you know. I mean, I was all for Palace going over it if those Middlesbrough efforts were jumpers, but now seeing that they've actually made it a jumper and it's got that much detail in, that's pretty impressive, to be fair. But I do quite like that Diamond Palace Christmas jumper.
Yeah, I want to put Palace through.
I'll go Palace.
Yeah, Helen?
I love that Diamond Crystal Palace one, but my vote is for the Middlesbrough ones because I just think it looks like someone's just dragged everything onto the picture, like all on top of each other. Like nothing's been rescaled to kind of fit the picture or fit someone's body. I enjoy that kind of thing.
To be fair, you are right there, and the problem is this is our podcast, and so we can change the goalpost literally as much as we want. And so I am not too sure if I like the garishy element of the Middlesbrough ones with the everything on it. I'm quite frustrated in a way that they've given us 3 Christmas scenes at Middlesbrough. You know what? That's my issue with it. Well, like
for a Middlesbrough jumper.
yeah, but no, come on, like the Leicester ones are of the kit, or a a Christmas jumper.
Oh, slightly different. There's something slightly different. So if you're not keen on that, there's another option to go
If
for.
I don't want a scene of Middlesbrough as a Christmas jumper, and I just want to have baubles, yeah, I'm fucked. Or like the whatever their nickname is, I can't have it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Variety.
Okay.
Spice
so
of life, innit?
yeah, there we go. All right, I'm going to call that it now because we've gone on quite long. Sorry, you guys, it's a long episode. Liverpool versus West Brom. Woody, there's no rhyme or reason to this, and I know like you did do a bit of it.
Yeah.
It's not well, but now the pressure's on. So let's have a look, shall we? It's again Liverpool versus West Brom. So I'm going to bring up the podcast and the Christmas jumpers and Liverpool. Oh right, so Liverpool have got one. Oh, well, here you go.
I think I sourced this one. It's terrible.
God. Yeah.
Okay, so
West Brom.
seeing as I've got it here, we've got the Liver Bird in black or grey and the Liver Bird in white. Then typical diamondy. Actually, there's no Christmassy pattern to it.
That's what I mean. That could pass as just a jumper because it's got the Liverpool colours, the Liver Bird. It's a bit yawn for me, that one.
Yeah, there's no snowflakes, there's no tree, there's no holly. It's just the essence of a Christmas jumper is patterns going horizontally, which it does have. So, you would say that's a Christmas jumper, but when you look at it closely, there's no Christmassiness about it.
Oh, that's boring.
Okay.
Rubbish.
Boo, boo, boo.
West Brom is the next one, and let me have a look.
You love this one, Rich.
Yeah. I have a feeling I won't. There we go. Right, West Brom have got two. Okay. First one.
Mm-hmm.
Straight away. I got more Christmas vibes.
There we go.
I've got a huge... It's grey. Boring. Grey's boring. It's very neutral. We've got a big West Bromwich Albion badge in the middle. We've got what looks like a kind of Santa belt at the bottom, but obviously it's in navy blue with snowflakes on it, and then a white across the shoulders with snowflakes on. So again, we've got Christmas vibes element there right away.
Yeah. I like that one.
Then, that one's the better one. And then we've got this one, which is a navy blue number. And it's Father Christmas saying Santa is a Baggies fan. And
That's dreadful.
Snowflakes on the arms. So, one of the elements that is quite good about this one is that, Jake, last week we were saying this is embarrassing to wear. So,
Jumper is, isn't it?
that's what a Christmas jumper is. I feel like this is too far.
No, I think in honour of Helen that one gets put through.
I think West Brom go through on this one, which is the first one. I think this one is the better jumper, but I don't think this one's quite nice. I don't think it's embarrassing enough, but I think it's more Christmassy than the Liverpool one.
Yeah, and if it gets
can you picture yourself sat at a crammed dinner table at Christmas with a sweaty party hat on, pulling crackers, wearing a thick knitted West Brom jumper like that? I mean, that looks grim, doesn't it? That last one.
You have to pay me a lot of money to do that.
Oh, and me. But I mean, that's just it looked itchy and horrible.
It's Christmas though, isn't it? That's part of the thing. Okay, so West Brom go through. Now, we've got Brentford versus Southampton.
Ooh,
so let's look at Brentford's one.
I can't remember Southampton's one.
Don't you worry.
I think I like Brentford's.
Okay, so Brentford have got three.
One of them has got the G-Tech Stadium on it, hasn't it?
And they've got a dog.
Oh, winner.
A dog one?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, whoever did Brentford went really above and beyond, because first of all, we've got a cardigan.
Is it a jumper? I said this.
I don't know.
That's High School Musical.
That's a bit High School Musical. So I'm going to rule out the cardigan. Okay, here we go. This is actually what Man City should have looked like.
Whose is that?
That's Brentford again. So we've got pale blue. All of the detail is in white. It's a Brentford badge in the middle. It says the bees at the top. It's got snow. It's got Christmas trees, and it's got some sort of staticky fuzz at the bottom.
Is that?
That's the old badge.
A throwback to I think that's a throwback.
Thought so.
Badge.
So here is the one that you're talking about.
That's the one. I like that one.
Do you like that? You like that?
It's just different. It looks nice. I think it's pretty cool, to be honest. I mean,
it's a bit different.
a bit of a landscape, Christmassy landscape.
So the reason why I didn't like Middlesbrough is because all three of them were almost identical. One with the old stadium, one with the new stadium, and then one with a bridge. I quite like the fact it's the newer Brentford Community Stadium. It's a bit of I don't know. I like the Be Together bit as well. It's Christmas because it's snowing. Okay, here we go. Third Brentford one.
Oh, that's not bad either.
That's a nice Christmas jumper.
Oh, it's got some nice colours involved on that.
Yeah.
It's an off-white kind of cream.
Yeah.
Cross, Brentford badge in the middle, reindeer either side. We've got bees instead of as part of the Christmas decoration, snowflakes, and
That's
then
solid
Christmas
effort,
patterns.
Because that screams
Go on.
Alpine Ski Lodge with a camembert, you know? That high net worth.
Yeah.
It's good. I like it.
Right, we've got another one, which is actually just Christmassy pattern with bees as part of the pattern, and says the bees.
Hang
How
on.
Again,
many
quite
jumpers have they
Christmassy.
got, Rich?
Are we still on
I don't
Number
know. I
6,
didn't
aren't
pick.
we?
I don't think I
We've got
thought I
another
did
one.
Brentford, but I clearly didn't.
We've got another Brentford one of them at the G-Tech, where it's Santa's doing the kind of pre-match huddle. And
Okay.
he's wearing number 1, so he's the goalkeeper, and he's wearing red, which is weird because they're at home, so they shouldn't be. That's Brentford. So we've got a good, strong contingency there. And who were they playing? I forgot.
Southampton.
Southampton. Okay, Southampton. Right, we've got 10 minutes, so we can get this another few in. Less than 10 minutes. Right, Southampton.
They went downhill the last two there, Brentford.
Yeah.
Although I can see
That's
they've been quite traditionalists though, because they've gone for like the old school badge for the older fans. So
Southampton have got one, and it's this one.
no.
You saw elk again on the Southampton.
It's not a reindeer. The antlers are very back, so there's more moosey elk. It says, when the Saints go marching in the middle. It then has
I'm with Jay.
Saints, and instead of it having the Saints badge, it's got the outline of the badge only, which I find very peculiar. You can see it there.
Brentford, move on. Brentford.
Okay, Brentford. Here we
Lack
go.
of effort.
Right, next game. Arsenal versus Everton. Right, I know for a fact we've got some good Arsenal ones here.
Oh.
Arsenal's first one is a throwback to Drake Ramberg.
That's delicious.
Arsenal home
Is
shirt.
that their official one?
Yep,
Ah, fair play. Done well
that's
there.
their official one. It's got the Arsenal badge, the old Arsenal badge, not the old Arsenal badge, but the old Arsenal badge. It's got lightning bolts that are actually Christmas trees, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty good touch.
They've done well there. Done well.
Yeah.
And AFC instead of JVC.
It looks like a Santa top. I
It
mean,
looks like Father Christmas.
that's won the FA Cup for me so far.
Okay. The next one. It's just a man wearing a picture of Gunnosaurus wearing a Christmas hat.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I do quite like that because if I'm not mistaken, did Man United have Fred the Red? They didn't, did they?
We
They
did, yeah.
didn't
We
they?
did, yeah.
This is the second one using the actual mascot to advertise it.
Or is he still the mascot? I thought they made him redundant.
No.
Now this is where it's
Ozil.
interesting because if
Oh,
you
really?
notice,
Back off furlough.
It's not Ozil, sorry. They paid for him.
you see the pattern around.
Are his eyes
it's-
slightly off?
They do
His
look
eyes
slightly off.
slightly lazy.
It says it's got Arsenal on the sleeve, written in the Arsenal pattern, which is very cool. And I cannot remember the name of the pattern, but it's the kind of animal paw print, which is famous for Arsenal, that they used. Come on, it's like an otter, but it's not an otter.
Yeah. I know what you
Looks
mean.
like it still looks Christmassy. And
Isn't it
that's
something to
the
do with
other
mink?
Yes, it's a mink, or it's a something like an oat, a snow
Porridge.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that.
So 2 good Arsenal, and they've got Everton. They're playing Everton, so let's find Everton. Everton have got 1. Okay.
That first Arsenal one was good. It's going to take quite a bit to beat that.
I liked this one.
Yeah, you're in a bit of a tricky one here because this to me has a lot more Christmassy vibe to it.
Yeah.
I've got Santa wearing blue, who's Everton. We've got reindeer with 3D noses. They've got little bauble noses, like bobble noses. You've got the white Everton. You've got a Christmas pudding with blue bits on top. You've got stars. You've got more stars. You've got garishy pattern. This is this is a Christmas jumper.
They've captured Christmas.
Embarrassed. They've captured Christmas. They turned Father Christmas blue.
Still not as good as the Arsenal first one, though, in my opinion.
Okay, well, there's one vote for Arsenal. Where you going, Jake?
I think it's It's who they've come up against, and also timing, because we've seen a 3D element on a jumper so far. So I think the Arsenal one.
Okay, Arsenal go through. That's fine. And I think this is our last one for today. We're going to go for Oxford against Plymouth. Now, Oxford are at home, and I think they only had 1 at the time of recording. And we've gone down the football shirt route again.
Oh.
In a kind of old 90s classic.
Unipar.
Yeah, that's it. I was
kit.
trying to think then who it was, but yeah, Unipar.
It says Santa as the sponsor instead of Unipar. It's got Christmassy pattern in the background. So it's a yellow jumper, and I like the cuff on the sleeve.
Yeah.
So in keeping with a traditional kit.
If I was an Oxford fan, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
What's it got for where the branding is on? The usual.
It says Merry Christmas.
Ah.
With a triangle above it. And there's, as well as the kind of Oxford bull. Is it a bull?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bull, isn't it?
There's kind of snowflakes in the background in white, snowdrops, starry things. So quite a nice effort. And they're playing Plymouth Argyle, which I did. There's 2 for Plymouth. First one, we've got another. So it's the what do they play? Where do they play their games?
I don't know.
I do know.
Oh God.
Plymouth Argyle's home ground. It doesn't matter. But then it's got what I found interesting with this one is it's home park, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's home park. They've got the Plymouth Argyle badge, but I thought there was an editing problem of when this got put on, because if you look on top of the badge, it looks like someone's kind of coloured in with a white paint
Is
on
it snow? Is it supposed
But it's
to be
snow. It's
Yeah.
snow sitting on top of the badge. Here we go. This is better.
That's the same as Everton's.
It is very similar to Everton's. It doesn't have a 3D element. It says Plymouth Argyle. It's got snowman, which we haven't had snowmans before. It's got a piratey ship, if that's what you want to call it. It's got reindeer with green noses. It says ho 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 on it quite a few times. That's Plymouth Argyle's. What do you think?
Who was the
Oxford. Oxford in their retro football shirt yellow against Plymouth Argyle, with one being a scene of home park with a snowy Plymouth Argyle badge and the other being the more traditional horizontal hoops of snowmen in green, Father Christmas in green.
Did Oxford have
reindeers
any
in green.
element of Christmas in it?
Other than the snowflakes that I could see in the background, the Santa as the sponsor, and so quite a few. Merry Christmas as the kit manufacturer.
What was it? What was the sponsor on the Oxford one?
Santa.
Oh God, I didn't even recognise that.
Um,
Okay, right. I'm going to say Oxford because of the kind of kit reference. But I did like the Plymouth first one.
Okay, you like that, don't you? I'm not a fan of that
The
design.
vintage.
I much prefer Plymouth Second's one. I'm going to go Plymouth second effort, so Plymouth for me. So Jake, it's all on you, mate.
See, I prefer Plymouth's first one with the snow over the top of the badge.
Okay.
Got a soft spot for Oxford, especially early 90s Oxford.
This is all on you, mate.
I'm going to put Oxford through.
Okay, there we go.
Boy's choice.
So Oxford go through. Bristol City. So where's Bristol City? Let's look for B. Oh, it'd be good if it was in alphabetical order, wouldn't it? Can I do it by name? Yes, I can. Oh, it's going backwards. So let's go down to Bristol City. Right, here we go. Bristol City. Here we go. Right. Harry's having a good look. I'll do a little bit of a zoom. That might help.
Doesn't help. I don't have my thing full screen. There you go. That's a bit better.
Okay, so Harry, do you want to give us a quick description on what this Christmas jumper looks like?
I will try my best. It's very red. It's
Kind of write a passage to give a go of describing it. It's tricky.
It's very. I don't want to say basic patterning, but there's lots of red
patterning
and white. There's some. I want to say it almost looks like tinsel going across sort of the chest area, with some triangles shaped that I'm assuming are meant to look like a Christmas tree, but sort of if a 7-year-old drew them.
It's very geometric Christmas tree. It's overlapping. It's like that's the kind of thing I'd have as a tattoo on my forearm.
Yes, yeah, very. Your second or third tattoo where it hurts, but you sort of get through it. And then
I like it, Dad, not because it means anything.
It's not a phase. I just liked it. And then just sort of in your belly button, in between your sort of belly button and your pecs, it just says Bristol. I'm assuming it says City, but I can only see the C. Bristol City. You'd hope that they'd get that right, but it is Bristol, so you never know. And then under that, there's the robin and a snowflake and some more tinsel. It's very red and white, which you'd hope with Bristol City. But yeah, it's nice.
That's fair enough. I would say, using kind of one of Woody's terms, it is a bit basic.
It is a little bit basic.
This is a bit H&M, in the sense that H&M is quite a cool shop to go to, so they don't normally do garish. It's not garish, but it's still a bit Christmassy. There are Christmas elements which are very good. We like the Christmas
and with H&M, they do a good design and then decide to put just something on there that you think, what on earth have you done that for? I'm not going to buy it. And I think if they hadn't put Bristol City as bold as you physically could through the middle, you'd probably get a few more sales, but they have. Oh, I've just seen the Newcastle one. Oh no,
I'm a fan.
But I've just got to go through everything I've just said again.
It's fine. I'll do this one. Newcastle United's. They've got a black and white striped one, so very Newcastle United. And in the black stripes, they've got what looks like snowfall. On the sleeves, there is a slight pattern of magpies, tinsely snowflakes, your kind of Christmas jazz. And then strangely enough, it's across the top, so across the shoulders, you've got it's written Newcastle and then United in kind of gold colour, and then you've got across the chest where the football sponsor would be, if we were talking in football shirt terms, you've got some images of Newcastle. So you've got the Angel of the North, you got that bridge that they have, and then some other things, and I think we're only seeing a slight part of it. You've got St James's Park on the end, and then if you have a look on the back, because they've obviously shown you a picture of the back, it says ho ho away the lads.
I'm invested.
Now,
and bonus points because
they've got an identical dog one.
Perfect.
We are big fans of
what more the fuck do you want?
Is that Tonali? Yeah, so that's also very good because we've got a professional footballer wearing it. Jake, you like this one?
Yeah. Wins for me.
I think I like this one too, I think, more than the Bristol one because it's a bit more garish. Harry, one of the things that we like to discuss is the idea of Christmas jumpers are slightly to embarrass yourself.
Yeah,
Wear them
100% agree.
They're cool. Now, I use a H&M argument that the Bristol one is quite H&M-y, it's quite nice, but it's classy. You'd wear that out if you didn't want to embarrass yourself and go out. And instead of this one, you look a bit like a tit because it's got that really bad catchphrase on the back.
Yeah,
but it's also very Newcastle. It's kept the black and white. So, if we're all in agreement, I want to put Newcastle United through.
Yeah. I agree. And it gets a bonus. It gets a bonus point for the dog.
Brighton against Ipswich. So here we go.
The big fixture.
Yeah, this is like your 5:30 FA Cup match.
Oh
Jake,
wow!
Oh my lord!
Look at Brighton's.
Jake, give me your best.
Okay, so this is a Christmas jumper based off what looks like a bit like a patchwork quilt. It's got little fake sewn in areas on each sort of square. The squares are pretty big on this jumper as well. Inside the squares are all there's blues. Your more traditional blue that Brighton use for their home kits. It's got a darker blue involved in there, but each square's filled with a different thing. We've got the home badge. We've got BHAFC. We've got an elk that we've seen quite a lot.
Yeah, that's not
so
a reindeer,
far already this tournament.
That's not a reindeer. I want to Harry
reindeer,
just
mate. It's got one of them hump things on its back. And
Harry, I'm just zooming in here. If you can see, we've got on the kind of if you're looking
moose
on the right, it is more
moose or an
elk than it is.
I would have said that was a moose, and I don't know whether it's just me. It looks like it's got a hump. So are we certain it's not a camel? It's a camel with a little tree
with a Christmas headset on.
Yeah,
carrying some. We have noticed
they've also got a Tesco bag in one of the squares by the looks of it. There's a snowflake. There's a Christmas scene with a house and a couple of trees on one of the sleeves, some holly. Very Christmassy, very Brighton.
And quite disgusting to look at in a that's standout. That is. I mean, it's got everything so far that we need.
Okay,
and then
who are they coming up against?
Ipswich Town.
This might be a tough one to beat, I think. Ipswich are going to have to pull something strong here.
Okay.
Oh, you can see Ed Sheeran in that already, can't you?
I can definitely see Ed Sheeran in this. This is we've seen one of these before from another team, and I can't remember who. But it's got a humongous Ipswich Town logo slap bang right in the middle. It's got all the normal colours, it's got all the normal pattern on it, which is great. But then you've got your kind of Christmas elements. You've got what looks like snowflakes on the sleeves. You got trees in a white band. You've got triangles. You've got what look like Christmas decorations, tinsel, and big snowflakes and small snowflakes. In my humble opinion, and I do have a humble opinion, I think it's just got an Ipswich Town badge slapped on it, and that's it. For me, it's not doing enough. I don't know. What do you think, Harry?
Is there? I'm physically zooming in again. The outer design, apart from the Ipswich logo slap bang in the middle, there's nothing else on there that's screaming out to me Ipswich, which I think is a shame. And I think for that, it's a 1-0 bright. It's not the game that you wanted to see on BBC One at 5:30 PM. But I think
you're starting to.
I think Brighton might take the winner there.
Yeah, Jake.
And it's sort of it.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I think it's a 1-0 30th minute Lewis Dunk header.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's nothing special. It's nothing. You're not writing home about it. But they've taken the point there.
Let's flip over the channel and put on TNT because they're also showing a game at 5:30. And we've got something a lot more exciting and a lot more football team. This is Fulham's. The game is Fulham against Sheffield United, and Fulham have they used the same goddamn elk?
Same elk.
It is, yeah.
It's
got a little hump as well.
It's the cheapest graphic you can buy.
Right. But
they've all got it.
But right. So what we've got here is we've got majority black, white shoulders, with snowflakes, little red trim around it. Lovely detail.
I like that. I like that.
We've then got the Fulham badge and SW6, kind of like dotted across. There's the next kind of band across. Then we've got the reindeer, I say in inverted commas. Then we've got Fulham Football Club surrounded by lovely Christmas stars. We've then got a selection of Christmas trees, which do look like Christmas trees this time. And then I would say we've then got a lovely little house setting, and these do look like houses that are probably bought in Fulham because they're all detached.
I was going to say that's the typical street that the season ticket holders all live on.
I've got to say, I think this is quite a strong number from Fulham.
This is a good one.
It is a good one.
What it is, and I go back to my argument, this is garish enough to be a bit...
Yeah.
It's a bit more than kind of your standard supermarket because they've got lots of Fulham notes on it. But it's not too slap bang a Fulham badge in the middle. And yeah, I can picture someone wearing this whilst eating their cheese platter whilst at Craven
on their away day.
That's right.
With some their port and their cheese and their cheese platter.
That's my friend Liam.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's incredible.
He's the guy who always gets papped. I say papped, but like he sends me the picture and he sends it to his friends. So all of the ones you see on away days, I have it from a slightly different angle because he sends it.
That's so good.
They sometimes bring Victoria sponges to games. It's wicked.
Oh, you just would though, wouldn't you?
I mean, you can't go wrong with a Victoria sponge, can you? All right, who are they playing against? I feel sorry for who they're playing against, but Sheffield United.
Oh yeah, that was it.
This could be.
It's gonna have a big blade on it, innit?
I'm just gonna.
This one, I can just. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
We've got 3 here.
3.
Yeah, well,
that's too much, Sheffield.
Over the first one, that is Ipswich
Shit.
in red. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's exactly the same.
Jake, can you just do your best Woody impression?
Ah,
shit. That's crap.
So that's the home offering. Is this the away shirt?
you fill up my senses.
That's the Fulham one, isn't it? It's the same house.
That's
It's the same one. It's got the trees. It's got the elk.
But it's in pink.
But with
Oh,
But it
a
says
bit off
you fill up
white.
my
A bit off
senses.
white.
What does you fill up my senses mean? Is
It's
that
a song, isn't it? That
They sing it. They've changed the words slightly, or is that Stoke? I can't remember. One of the S.
okay?
Slightly
Well,
northern clubs.
we're gonna have a look at the third one, and this for me is the one that might do the damage.
Wow,
So
that's bright.
we are guessing, I don't know, but the year, but we're guessing that this is a retro Sheffield United
Oh yeah,
shirt, right?
that's early 90s Umbro. That I'm sure it is.
Yes, 100%.
Right, let me do the Google.
Well, the red
89
one-
away.
89.
Away.
The red Ipswich Town copy is
Yes, I see.
horrible, horrendous. Forget that
Yeah,
one.
no, I don't like. Even though it's exactly the same as the Fulham one, only the colour scheme doesn't work for me with that pink. So yes,
I kind of
it's-
prefer the Fulham scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lime green. Instead of it saying Laver, it says Noel, but it's in the keeping with the same trend. I like the cuff on the sleeve. It's got a really nice long sleeve football shirt vibe. What do you think, Harry?
This is screaming in the FA Cup format that we're in. This has got shades of Man United versus Southampton. They've come out in either the home or away number, and they've gone 2-0 down before half time, and they've gone in at the half, and these kits are laid out for them, and what they've done is they've actually levelled it up in the 80th minute, and it's now 2-2, because I think this is pulling all the punches that you want from a Christmas jumper. It's absolutely garish. You are never wearing that unless it's for a bet anywhere other than the dining room table or the pub.
Thanks, Nan. That's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. I'm gonna wear it at Christmas. Yeah, no. I'm just a bit too hot at the moment. I don't want to put it on right now. No, yeah. I'll definitely wear it when we're having dinner. Yeah. I gotta say, the badge is the same as it was for the kit itself. It's 2 blades, and even the writing, which is Sheffield United Football Club, around it is the same. The kit itself is a fluo-y green colour, fluo yellow green, and the Umbro template has a kind of, the best way I can describe it is like a really kind of sound wave bruised banana style in the actual one, but they've tried to do more Christmassy jumper rather than replicate the kind of design. In some of the other versions we've seen, Jake, we've seen teams do a slightly better job of making the pattern within the shirt, the jacquard of the shirt, look a lot more like the original jacquard on the jumper, whereas this one they've gone completely different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've gone traditional Christmassy, haven't they, with that sort
They
of
have.
pattern on that fluo.
So this is a tricky one, but I want you to give me Jake. Tell me what you think. Who are we putting through?
I'm gonna channel my inner Helen here, and I'm gonna have to put Fulham through.
Yep. Okay. That's
Because
what
I know
mean.
she'd go for Fulham there.
I'm going to channel my inner Woody and kick Sheffield United out. Like, if in Woody's terms, they would have gone down to 7 men and had too many men sent off because they're shit. But
I think I'm going to have to agree with you, Richard. I think purely if it was just this one, I think they win.
Okay.
But the fact that they've had to bring out 3, that's too many. No wonder who's wearing 3 Christmas jumpers. Who's buying 3 Christmas jumpers? This is the Arsenal training range of Christmas jumpers. And I think for that reason, Fulham have gone, here's one. Yeah, it's the same as probably everyone else's, but it's ours. And I think the SW6 going across on the Fulham one instead of just the badge. I think that's pulling its weight, and I think it's a late winner for Southampton, for Fulham, not Southampton, for Fulham.
Because we've got Watford against Leeds. So let me just kind of bring up the screens here. Watford down the top because I did it backwards. Where are you, Watford? Okay, so
the Battle of the M1. Oh, they've got a couple as well.
Oh, they've got
Watford.
They've got two. Now, this first Watford one.
Which company is supplying to the 92 teams of the Football League?
Absolutely bankrolling this.
They're loving this.
So this first Watford one, if you can cast your mind back, dear listeners, is the same as Bournemouth's one.
Oh,
very
yeah.
plain, very simple. You've got two prancing reindeer on this one.
Reindeers.
Towards very... I think we underappreciated the quality of the reindeer early on, but now I appreciate a good reindeer. But this is not doing enough for me. This has not got enough Christmas. This has not got enough garishness. This is
nah, you could. Yeah, it's got a bit of class about it, right? A bit of M&S about it.
Now we move on to Watford's other option, and this is a patchwork shirt, which is to a certain degree identical to the Brighton one. However, Brighton chose to put their badge in that right at the top where a badge should go. Watford have chose the middle, and then have got some Father Christmas and a snowman and WFC. I feel like there's a lot less Watfordiness going on in this badge, this kit.
Make the polar bear Elton John, and we're talking. Or make the Watford badge just on this one occasion a reindeer instead.
Yes,
it's right there.
That's what it's waiting for.
It's right there, and I think that they've missed
elk. I like the colour scheme though, because that is Watford's colours, but it's
very Watford.
Yeah.
Right, so then we go to Leeds.
Ooh,
how long did this take you to get on?
We had to split it between four of us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god, they've got one.
6.
Nah, that's too many. That's too many.
Right, so first of all, I'm going to go to this one because I feel like this is
going
to be one.
Oh no, that's good.
We've got.
That is good.
What year is this? I want to say about 92,
93, 94.
This is the green and blue.
Rod Wallace, Tony Yeboah.
Tony Yeboah, yeah. We've got Mistletoe
Brian
as the sponsor,
Dean.
which is very nice. Leeds United.
Yeah, wasn't it Thistle?
As is. Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, Thistle Hotels.
Oh, I like that.
That's the kind of retro shirt vibe. Right, I'm going to just...
Yeah.
Oh, look, they've got their own patchwork shirt, and they've gone retro on this one, so they've got the old...
A lollipop?
United badge with a lollipop. I don't like that. It's yellow. It's boring. Right, next one. Ooh, okay. We've not seen one like this before.
Ooh, I like this one.
What are these called? Nutcrackers.
Like little nutcracker things.
Yeah.
But with football kits on.
They're different kit, like white, yellow and blue stripes, yellow and blue halves.
They're not wearing Leeds kits though, are they? Are they? Maybe the kits.
Oh, yeah.
This jumper that is a Leeds badge coming out of a Christmas cracker. As much as that's quite boring, I don't like that. We're not including vests.
No,
it's rubbish.
Vests aren't allowed.
That's a tank top.
The Christmas, the cracker is actually quite a nice look.
Yeah, which of the 1,000 Christmas jumpers the Leeds have provided us, which are we rating? Because I think that changes my answer.
I don't think it matters. I think we're going to do them as a collective. Now, it's Watford. Is it Watford?
Who are they up against? Watford.
Watford against Leeds.
To be honest,
I'm putting Leeds through.
Just on that Leeds green and blue, they go through for me. If we was to take the best of them Leeds ones, whichever one you want, I mean, I'd choose the green and blue, and it beats
effectively with the Watford ones. And this is no disrespect to Watford, they've come at a disappointing time because we've seen that template. They're wearing 2 template kits now. As I said, if they would have been drawn earlier in the draw, and we would have seen them earlier, we wouldn't have called them template, we might have put them through, but unfortunately, sometimes it's who you're drawn against. And for me,
Why has the Leeds patchwork jumper got a lollipop on?
they like lollipops.
Is it? It's not nothing Leedsy, is it?
I don't know, mate.
Not to my knowledge, but the Thistle Hotel's mistletoe
Brilliant.
green and blue is pulling some punches for me.
Yeah, same.
Right. I think that we're going to call that done for today. That's right. So, we've got Wolves and we've got Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have only got one entry, and I do believe we have seen this jumper. Leeds had a very similar jumper. It is the Nottingham Forest logo coming out of a Christmas cracker.
That's a beauty.
You like it?
Yeah, I do.
I think this one works better than the Leeds one.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmassy coloured.
Plus that,
Yeah, I like the sleeves.
yeah, I was going to say, the badge is pretty cool anyway. I've always liked Forest's badge.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good start. I mean, so effectively for just listeners of the pod, it's a Christmas cracker that's also as a sash across the shirt. I always love a sash. And the Christmas cracker's opening up, and the Forest logo is coming out, and we've got stars, and we've got footballs, and we've got snow, and we've got snowflakes. And you know what, Woody? I think it hits the mark that we know it's quite garish.
Yeah.
So it's there is an embarrassment about wearing it, isn't there?
Yeah. I get that, and I mean we've said that before, haven't we, in previous episodes? But I think that kind of ties in Christmas, club colours, and Nottingham Forest. I'm impressed with that one.
Okay, right. Let's move on to some Wolves jumpers. Now, as far as I can tell, they've got 4 efforts.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're going to have a look at the first one, which will be...
Is this
Okay.
dedicated to any floodlights switching on and off, or any previous cup wins?
Go on, Helen, click on one of them and we'll have a look at one of them.
Shiny number.
Right. Okay, so this actually looks like... what's that football team that are sponsored by a beer and their kit looks like a beer?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The head of the beer's on the top.
Yeah, it does,
and the gold and amber
I don't
next
see
to
that
it
now.
underneath.
Yeah,
Australia, was it Australia? The 0% Australia, isn't it? Like that was the sponsor, and the kit looked like that. We've got good reindeer on that kit, wouldn't you say?
Top. Absolute top reindeer
Top
on
reindeers. Santa being pulled along, so there is like it's not just a pattern, there is a Father Christmas being pulled. I like the Wolverhampton Wanderers, I like the Wolves heads.
that. Yeah, that's cool.
Where are the wolves' heads? Oh, the black trim.
Yeah, the
Oh,
black-
okay,
black
right.
trim. And there's white ones as well in the middle on the arm. But I can't get over it looking a bit like a beer.
Yeah, you
What?
hit the nail on the head for me with that one. That's a pint, that one.
Yeah, right, so this is the next one, and I feel like this is for kids only because it's the mascots. I don't like this one at all. This one is very sweatshirty. It's black, it's got snow, it's got Molyneux in the background, and it's got... I don't even know who these are. The taller one is Wolfie, and then it looks like 2 squirrels.
This does not look good, this one.
I didn't know wolves was... Wolfie is a wolf, and he was famous, of course, because he started fights with, like, mascots from bars.
Oh, the 3 pigs from Bristol City. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
That was legendary. That was on the news, that was.
And so, oh, here we go. This is a better one.
Hello?
I like that.
What is this?
Right, I tell you what, I've done enough wolves talk. Woody, do you want to describe this one for us?
Yeah, this is a delightful motif. Yeah, very, very Star Wars-esque, actually. Kind of like hyper speed kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Are they like stars around the jumper or snowdrops or
A bit of both.
Both.
bit of a mix? And then the centerpiece obviously is the Wolves badge, but a very Aztec-y Christmas vibe with inside. I mean, yeah, I quite like that. It's very very Wolves for me. I like it.
Yeah. Anything to add on that one, Jake?
Banger. Absolute banger, that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
First time I think we've seen anything like that where they've used the badge and then put some Christmassy within it. Like,
And it's quite a mature
Christmassy
jumper.
pattern.
Yeah, it's quite a mature jumper. But you know what? Like, you know how we're kind of going garish? It should be. This has got a nice elegance to it.
Yeah.
That I still like. Anyway, we've got one more to look at, I think.
Oh, see, this is the template one we've seen already, right?
Yeah, we've seen this.
Have we seen the snowmen though?
I think
Probably.
was it Everton and someone used
Maybe.
this?
I think we've definitely seen Snowman.
We've got Close with Villa. We've got Father Christmas is there with Sunderland. We've got.
Oh, is that? It could be Christmas. Oh no, it's Father Christmas.
I like
I
the
mean, I
colour
like
grey
it.
though. It wasn't bad. That's Everton's one. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, surprising.
So it's a grey number, and it has all the trimmings of Christmas. It has wolves and it has gold presents, and the wolf's head is featured again. I think the wolf's head really lends itself to a Christmas jumper pattern, doesn't it?
Does, yeah. No,
I feel like we've got a tricky decision here because you really like the forest one.
yeah, but you didn't. I mean, I've just seen the third Wolves one with the badge in the middle. I mean, that's just different from any other I've seen so far.
Fair enough. You're right.
Yeah, presuming that this isn't like a vinyl, that black space, if that's the same colour and texture between the head and the background of the top, that's going to look so good. This empty space here and the eyes, that looks so cool.
Good shout, Helen. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I'm just going to go... are we voting for Wolves then?
Steady, hang on. Let me have a look at Forest again.
Yeah, you do that. Whilst you do that, I'm going to just have a quick look on the Wolves website to see if I can see any promo shots of Christmas jumpers.
Oh, what? So it's going to sell it to you if Lamina's in it, or...
I think if I can see Mario Lemina in it, I can prove it's a proper jumper. If it's not a proper jumper, I feel like I think if it's a sweatshirt with a print, as Helen's already said, like a vinyl,
yeah,
I think it's a no.
Ooh, okay, right. See, that's lovely.
Is it? I think that is really sloppy. The way the letters overlap the cracker there.
Oh, Helen, what are you doing to me? It's Wolves.
Did you know if you bought a Wolf shirt, you get a free Wolf Santa hat at the moment?
It's Wolves.
Oh my God!
Love a freebie.
Did you say Mario Lemina in the Wolves jumper?
There's not evidence.
Mario Lemina in the Wolves jumper. I think it's real.
I can't see your screen if you're showing it because I've got the screen share on.
No, right. So, I need to. What I'm going to do now. Oh, fuck off, you stupid. Sorry.
And we're live.
Also, you know that Wolves beer jumper?
Yeah.
The beer one comes in dog.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, shove them
What are you
through.
saying, Jake?
Shove them through.
Right.
Shove them through.
I can't. Just really quickly, I think I can show you if I can zoom. So this is I'm showing it on the video for everybody. That's Mario Lemina in the Wolves jumper, and I'll send it on the group. But I don't know if it's just because it's very pixelated now, but you can just about see that I think it is jumper material because it has the kind of like stitching lines, like sewing lines.
Yeah, I'm Team Wolves now.
Okay.
Now I can't see overlapping of the badge on the Forest one.
Thank you, Helen. Right, so Wolves go through. So note that one down. Wolves go through. And so now we're on to our second game, our final game of the first round or fourth round of the FA Cup, I think we are. And that is Portsmouth against Burnley.
I think I remember Portsmouth's one.
Is it? Because I've got Sheffield Wednesday here. Oh no, we've got 3. That's why I remember. We've got Portsmouth. Okay, Portsmouth.
Crikey.
Jake.
That's the badge.
Yeah, Jake, do us a favour and just tell us what this one's about.
Oh, we've seen this template before, and it is just a massive badge slapped in the middle of a shirt. I think, was it Ipswich Town?
Yeah.
Massive badge slapped in the middle, and then there's kind of like that sort of traditional zigzaggy, snowflakey pattern, Christmas jumper pattern that goes on in the background. Top half's blue, bottom half's white. It doesn't do anything for me, this one. I don't think we've sent any of them through with the big massive badge.
The moon and the star, though, is very Three Kings from the Nativity. I'm going to give it that.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of works.
The badge suits it better than Ipswich, anyway.
Yeah. But
okay, I feel like this one is a good one. But also
What
it
is
has...
it again? Burnley?
It's Burnley. It's that one just there. Yeah, there you go.
oh, stop the press.
So,
End slay as well.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Yeah,
Through.
we've got to have the
for
winner.
those, it's a retro football shirt style. It's made by... well, do you know what? These shirts that we've seen, some of them have done quite well and we've enjoyed them. Some of them have done quite poorly. But I think we sent Oxford through. We sent Leeds through, didn't we, Jake? Because they had it.
Maybe Leicester as well.
Leicester,
maybe
Leicester with
Leicester.
their own brand. They didn't have the Slay one, but we did send Leicester through as well. It's a retro Burnley shirt, but Santa, and instead of Ensley, which is a famous sponsor, they've gone with Ensley, Santa Slay. It's got little snowflakes on it. What year kit would that have been from? Because it was one that had a bit of like bluey pattern in the shirt, didn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 94 or 93?
That sounds about right.
I'll have
That's
a
a
little
good kit.
mooch now.
I like
92 to 93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So we're sending it through then, yeah?
Absolutely.
Right then, Burnley are through. So we come to the last
Oh,
game.
that's brilliant.
This is the Monday night, 7:30. The draw's already been made for the rest of the next round. We have Sheffield Wednesday
Oh
against
no.
Sunderland.
Yikes.
What do you make of the blue?
Why? Well, first of all, it's not Sheffield Wednesday blue.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's not, is it?
What are the little yellow bits on the white? Yeah, them. They look like wings when like RAF.
Oh yeah. Is that on the sleeve? Yeah. What is that?
I also am looking at the I'm using quotation marks, the reindeer, because I'm sort of getting llama stick to their head.
Are you
anyone
all
else?
going?
Yeah.
Are you all going to town on this one because it's Wednesday?
No. To be fair, we have been critical and
Right,
hyper-analytical over
right,
all
yeah.
the reindeer. Reindeer are very important to me, and they're either llamas or they're like little sausage dogs that have got
Yeah. So it's like
waddlers.
Yeah, llama.
Sheffield
I
Wednesday.
disagree.
Yeah.
These are the
No?
cutest reindeers we've had.
Thanks,
These are
Helen.
the first ones with eyes. I think they're really sweet.
Thanks,
And these
Helen.
are
don't
the
disagree
first
with you,
jumper
but I can't
today that looks like it's properly made by an old woman's knitting pattern
Steady, Helen.
in the best
It's Chan
way.
Theory.
That's what a Christmas jumper should look like.
No, I get that. It does look a bit homely. Yeah. It's just, like I've never been a fan of this badge. I mean, compared to the old one, if you had the old badge from the 90s in the middle of that, I'd tell you to shut the podcast down. We'd have a winning jumper. But this just doesn't tell me it's Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know why. It just seems to be a little bit too blue. I do like the reindeer. I like the trim on the sleeves, but yeah, it just doesn't. I wouldn't buy it.
Well, let's not count it out yet because it's up against Sunderland, and Sunderland's right there next to Spurs dog. And I'm gonna say straight away, this is the Aston Villa pattern. This was actually what started off the whole football tournament because Aston Villa has this exact same pattern, but they had it in claret and blue. Father Christmas has got a red bubble, and the reindeer has got a red nose that is sticking out. It's textured, tactile. It's a decent jumper.
But that's a template that's already been used before. So I mean, if anything, then Sheffield Wednesday has its uniqueness.
Oh,
yeah, you're right there.
It's like for like, isn't it?
It is almost like, apart from the colours. But it's not to say that we didn't like it. We did like it. But I don't know. What do you think?
It's also weird. It's weird seeing Sheffield Wednesday in boots.
That is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to start the voting off on this one, and actually, despite our hatred for it, I'm going to actually say Sheffield Wednesday for the uniqueness, rather than the standard template shirt. So I'm going to go Wednesday.
Yeah.
Jake.
Wednesday.
Helen.
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday.
You want to round it off, Woody?
Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday. Okay, Sheffield Wednesday go through. Woohoo! Right, okay, so now this is where it gets tricky, guys, because now we are in the second round, or the fifth round of the FA Cup. And, oh my God, we're going to start off. We have got a North London derby. It is Spurs against Arsenal.
Oh, I remember the Arsenal one.
I remember the Arsenal, I remember the Spurs one. So we've got Spurs' own retro shirt, because that's made by Spurs rather than the Santa kit manufacturer. It's the Jurgen Klinsmann purpley kit. We like it. It's got the proper Spurs badge. That's a proper badge that's been sewn on post, hasn't it? It's made by the Tottenham Hotspur shop, because you can see the Tottenham Hotspur manufacturing label in the back. Now, I have got to tell you something. I was at my work's Christmas party yesterday in London, and before we went to the actual party, I was in a Philadelphia Eagles sports bar, and someone else was having a little Christmas gathering, and the woman was wearing the Gunnosaurus Christmas jumper. And I had to approach her and say, hey, you don't know me, but I have a podcast about football shirts, and we're currently running an FA Cup of Christmas jumpers, and you're wearing one of the competitors in this tournament. It looks awesome on.
Does it?
It looks really good, yeah. I really quite like it on.
I saw a guy the other day wearing one. It was a Christmas jumper again on a Christmas party night out, and he had the Invincibles on the back.
Wow.
Now, that's not an Arsenal this year's one, surely, but it was an Arsenal Christmas jumper. I didn't have that in this range, do they?
That Arsenal also have their retro Drake Ramberg style. So I guess what we're doing here is we're playing Arsenal's retro Ramberg shirt against Tottenham's. Let's not forget, Tottenham have got a couple of others, and they have matching dog.
Oh.
Jake, don't jump yet. Stay with me on this one. I'm going Gunners.
You're going good. Well, I know you would, because you're a bit of a gooner, aren't you?
Yeah, so. I'm going early. Just because I mean, I've seen Jorginho in it in the week, and it looked even better in person. So.
Okay. I'm going to then play devil's advocate. I'm going to go Tottenham because I like that purple. It's not as festive-y red, but I like the purpley Tottenham away kit.
I'm starting to use Helen's logic, though, about the kind of the grand stitching kind of thing. I like that idea, and I think the Arsenal one has more of that.
Yeah, the Gunnosaurus one in particular does have a lot more nan stitching to it when now I've seen it in person.
Yeah.
Helen, who are you sending through, Arsenal or Tottenham?
I like this Arsenal one with the lightning bolts on the sleeves.
Lightning bolts / Christmas trees. Jake?
Yeah, that one wins it for me as well. Out of all the ones that are mentioned, that one's the best one.
Which one? Say the name.
Oh, Arsenal. and in particular that the Arsenal like 95 Drake Ramberg jumper, sick. Love the Christmas trees instead of the lightning bolts. Brilliant.
Right. Okay, so now we want to kind of smash through a couple. I call this the kind of like Saturday 3 p.m. games. So we're going to try and rattle these off quickly. So Crystal Palace against Leicester. So we know that Leicester City. Let's do Crystal Palace. We've got patchwork. We've seen this with Brighton. That's the kind of ones I don't like. With Big Eagle about to drop a ball on Father Christmas. We had the fake Three Kings one, but Leicester City have got that green retro jumper. Yeah. They've got the current Leicester third in Christmas jumper, and then a more boring one. Oh, that's the one. So it's a tricky one.
I'll be quick. Palace's first one you showed me was epic. So Crystal Palace.
Okay. Crystal Palace's patchwork one. Jake?
Oh God, bear with me. Leicester City for me.
Yeah, Helen?
Yeah, the Leicester neon one. That one.
That's my one as well. So Leicester City go through. Sorry, Woody.
That's fine. Come with
West Brom versus Norwich. Now, this will be tricky because fuck West Brom.
How on earth did they get through with those two?
I know,
those two are dreadful.
Santa is a Baggies fan. Father Christmas in Blue. That one was all right. I think they must have played against somebody that just maybe has default lost. Now, this will be interesting because if I'm not mistaken, the Norwich City one isn't a jumper.
Oh, it's a zip up.
It's a nice
zip up though.
It's a really nice zip up. Everything about it is Norwich. But
so 80s.
It is
There's
very
practicalities
80s,
to this one.
There is. But can we accept a zip on a Christmas jumper? We could in the early rounds, but now we mean business.
I love a good half zip.
No, I'm not denying it's a good half zip. But I've got to bring into the question. I mean, one of the things we fall back on is it embarrassing enough to wear out and be seen on the terraces?
Yes, it's green and yellow.
That is. That definitely is.
Helen, I think you were a big advocate for this Norwich one in the last round.
I really like this. I think it's really well thought through. The balance of the yellow and green, the size of the motifs, it works really well for me. I like this. I don't care about the zip.
Okay, fine. At some point the zip's got to come back to haunt it. I don't think it can go much further with the zip, but I'm happy to agree with Helen that Norwich City go through.
Yeah.
Yep, cool, Jake?
Yeah, it's good for me.
Okay. Then we've got Brentford against West Ham. Brentford against West Ham. Now,
another London derby.
Quite a few ones here. Another London derby, yeah. It's one of those ones that no one cares about. Right, we've got Dog. Oh, it's all these communities.
Yeah.
Ones like that. The blue one's nice. That's a flipping
That's
American
horrendous.
style. It's an American style cardigan-y thing, isn't it? That's Christmas jumpery. And then that's a good Brentford one.
Yeah, I like that one.
It also, though, the way that it's shaped, it reminds me of, say, like a beer. Again, an old-fashioned beer logo. I don't know
Oh,
why. I'm getting
that
old-fashioned beer
that
logo
would
vibes.
look like a cool beer, Matt, wouldn't it? That logo there.
Like the old Sunderland, like Lambtons or whatever it was.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so we've seen Brentford quickly, so let's have a quick ganders at West Ham. They've got one effort, and we're forever blowing baubles, and they've got the London Stadium. It's very London-y, very West Ham-y. Got hammers, big elk.
Are there no other Christmas animals that can feature on jumpers?
You don't like Christmas animals?
No, are there no others? Because a lot of them use deer and elk. Are there any others that can be used? Is there polar bears used?
One had a polar bear. I'm sure we've seen a polar bear.
Yeah, United had a polar bear.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right.
But is a polar bear Christmas? It's just white, isn't it?
Well, they're always on the
But
Coca-Cola advert, aren't they?
Yeah, and reindeer do exist all year round. They don't just come out at Christmas time.
True. What a lovely message.
A reindeer's for life, not just for Christmas.
I don't know why I laugh like that then, that's weird. Okay, so who are we putting through? Are we putting through Brentford or are we putting through West Ham?
It's West Ham for me.
Yeah, Wham! Last Christmas. Yeah.
I
West
like
Ham for me.
the London Stadium on that bottom blue. West Ham, that's it. Right, we'll go on to the other side of the draw. We've got it'll be Oxford in their retro yellow, playing off against Sheffield Wednesday. So again, Oxford in that kind of like classic, and then Sheffield Wednesday in that pale blue number with a huge logo with strange little yellow wings, and Helen has described as the cutest reindeers on a Christmas jumper. I think
We did like Oxford when we reviewed this last, didn't we?
we did. Because I even like the fact that it's got that blue cuff on the sleeve to really hammer home the retro-looking jerseyness of it.
Can we zoom in on it a little bit more, though? Because is it Christmassy enough? Yes, it is.
Oh, the more you zoom in, the more Christmassy it gets.
You were hoping there was nothing else.
Yeah,
Wednesday goes through.
genuinely. Sorry, Wednesday fans. Yeah, I'm going with Oxford.
All right, we've got one vote for Oxford. Jake.
Oxford for me,
Helen?
please.
Yeah, Oxford for me. And I just want to point out, in the last round, you said this was a bull, but I reckon it's an ox.
Would make sense, wouldn't it? That actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Oxford. Yeah. Delete the last episode, Helen.
Just to kind of like round it off, actually, I actually have decided to vote for Sheffield Wednesday there. They've got a consolation goal at the end because I reckon that's quite garish, and I think it's an embarrassing Christmas jumper, and for me, that fulfills the brief.
You're a sweet man.
So, yeah, but Oxford go through.
Miserations. This is bad.
We've then got Fulham against Leeds.
I don't think I've seen these two.
Oh, so yes, this was when you weren't here. Leeds have got about 10.
Oh, hello, Fulham.
Yeah.
Look at that one.
Yeah, we like this one.
It's a strong effort, that.
That's glorious, that.
So now I've seen this. This is the same template as the West Ham shirt. Because it's a similar vibe, but with slightly different patterns. I really like the fact that the Fulham logo is as it is and has a little red trim on it.
Yeah.
It's the same reindeer. You can just tell.
Yeah, I like
Very
that.
similar.
And they've got the posh houses rather than the London skyline.
The SW6.
Fulham houses. SW6, I like that. There's not many football teams that are so synonymous with a postcode. I think. Fulham's one of them. Right. There's a good lead. This is the good Leeds one.
Is that the old Thistle Hotel?
Yeah.
Uh,
I like that. Okay. Next one. Patchwork.
That's
Like
horrendous.
Palace. Yeah, there's a big lollipop in the middle. We have no idea what the lollipop represents.
That's because above it's their old badge from the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh Christ!
That one's all right. It's got like 3 nutcrackers in football kits.
Nutcrackers. What's the point?
This is actually exactly the same as Fulham's, but in blue.
Oh.
And if I'm not mistaken, the next one, it's Christmas cracker.
Nottingham Forest again.
And then this one's just a vest.
That's dreadful, isn't it?
Is that a vest?
Yeah, there's no sleeves on that.
Oh my word!
I would have loved it if the guy wasn't wearing a t-shirt underneath it.
Yeah. And had like a mum and dad tattoo on his arm.
Or just like slightly paler arm.
Yeah, tan line.
What I would say is, if you go to the Christmas cracker one, the reason why the forest one was slightly better is because the forest is red and is Christmassy coloured, whereas this blue and yellow, to me, doesn't work. But it's not just me that makes the decision.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like the fact that they've gone for the white as the cracker colour. I quite like that one. The white and the blue and the yellow.
So, let's go. Fulham or Leeds? Leeds obviously have a lot more. They've got the retro one. That Fulham template. You know when a football team like absolutely kills a template and like it just looks like it's theirs.
It looks like it's yeah. I know what you mean.
Let's take the Total 90 kits from the noughties. Brazil's Total 90 kit looks like it's Brazil's. It doesn't look like anybody else's.
Yeah.
South Korea wear it and it's like, oh, you're wearing a template.
Yeah.
This to me is the Brazilian equivalent of a Total 90 shirt.
No, great analogy.
So I think I want to put Fulham 3.
You've swayed me with that, actually.
Okay.
I'm going to second that.
Helen?
Fulham.
Yeah, I agree, because I think really you're looking between the Leeds blue and yellow and then the Fulham black, white and red, and that's just so much more
Have you bought this, Helen?
striking. No, I haven't.
Are you gonna?
No.
We've now got Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton. So we've already noticed Wolves one. We've got that wonderful Wolves motif with a Christmassy, Aztec-y, mosaic kind of theme. And we've got, if I'm not mistaken, Brighton's is the patchwork quilt.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, this is a template that we have seen from a few other teams. Leeds had their one. This one just says a lot more Brightoniness about it. I like the Brighton badge. I like there's a snowman. Snowflakes, BHAFC. There's also, I like the fact that on a couple of the patches it's got blue and white stripes to be their kit.
Yeah. Agree.
I like that element. It's a tricky one, this one, actually, and I'd rather see what everyone else thinks.
I'm going Wolves.
Okay.
I love that one with the Wolves logo in the middle. I think that's class. But Brighton, I quite like the template. I'm gonna go Wolves.
Okay. Helen?
I'm going to go Wolves.
Okay. I think, just for argument's sake, I'll go Wolves as well then. So we put Wolves through. Woohoo!
Yeah.
This is the closest we're ever going to get to winning an FA Cup, guys. Okay. With that final game of the round.
You'll do a commemorative Christmas jumper in 21 years' time.
In 70 years' time. 13 years' time. We've got Burnley and we've got Newcastle.
Oh,
yes.
I like both of these. Newcastle's is good, to be fair.
It's got the picture of Tonali with the dog. So you...
Oh, there we go.
I like the little pun.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, away the lads. You've got lots of Geordie features on the front with the Angel of the North. There's magpies.
The club.
What do you think about this one, Woody? I like the gold in United as well.
It represents Newcastle, it represents the club, and it's Christmassy. There is a delightful fusion there, Rich. I'm going to go Newcastle.
Okay, it's Newcastle over Retro Burnley. Helen?
I'm going to go Newcastle. I think these are really nice. And I like how sort of baggy they are. Look like a good fit.
I noticed that was baggy.
The image at the back when he's showing the ho ho away, it looks huge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And also, just bring up the picture of Tonali with the dog again, please.
Yeah.
What's not Tonali? Okay, so Newcastle United go through. And that is the end of that. So now we're on to... That's the final. That's the quarterfinals. No, that was the quarterfinals. We know... No. Hold on a minute. Semi-finals? I'm going to do the working out on this. Arsenal up against... Arsenal-Leicester.
Yeah.
So Leicester City retro kits, modern day third choice kit, Arsenal with Gunnosaurus and Drake Ramberg JVC.
Oh god, this is tough now. I do like that.
I do like that black one.
Yeah, the black one's pretty cool, but that Arsenal home is the Christmas trees for the lightning bolts. Oh,
the Christmas trees.
And that's a proper reindeer as well.
Yeah.
In the sky. Prancing.
There's a lot of love for that Arsenal kit in general, isn't there? Like, you think about it, it's like the birth of Arsene Wenger and the starting of the Invincibles team. So I feel like that shirt, the shirt itself has a lot of love with people that are not just Arsenal fans. So it does mean a lot, and I think the red obviously plays into the kind of Christmassy theme as well. I think probably, if I'm being honest with myself on it, the Leicester one isn't... I don't think I'm liking it for the Christmassiness. I'm liking it for the fact that I love their third kit. And I think you'll agree with me, Jake. We love their third kit, don't we?
Yeah.
But I'm not loving it for their Christmas vibes. I'm loving it for the colour scheme they're using. Whereas the Arsenal one has stepped it up slightly in their Christmassiness. It's the use of the lightning bolts, but it's Christmas trees, you know?
Yeah, this is hard, man.
And of course we've got Gunnosaurus.
Forget that one. I'm going Leicester.
Okay, we've got both for Leicester.
Yeah, I'm going Leicester. We need an underdog.
Yeah, we do. Helen?
I'm going Leicester.
Leicester. Okay. What are you going for, Woody?
It's Arsenal. You both sold it so perfectly. And you're going for something that just looks like... Is that sequins on it, or is it spray?
I wish. Because then they'll just be straight through.
It's just sewn in different colours.
That's got to take some skill to do.
And is that foxes or is that pigs?
Yeah, it's not a great looking
now you're
fox.
just trying
I'll
to
give you that. I'll give you that.
Aren't you? He's someone teams against his arse and is like, that's offside. It's definitely offside. His toenails are offside. I think I'm going to pick Arsenal just for the pure fact that they've turned the elements of the kit into Christmassy things. That means we are in a tie. Now, that does mean that, Jake, can you go on the Arsenal website and see if they do a dog jumper, please?
Gladly.
I'll go on the Leicester website now and see if they do a dog jumper.
Is this the penalty shootout?
This is penalty shootout, yeah.
Or are we looking for any sort of animal-based Christmassy?
I want Leicester City official store Christmas jumpers, accept cookies or reject.
Oh, I mean, straight away, Arsenal got Calafiori.
Well, he's not a dog.
No, but you can sell anything, can't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's got hair like a spaniel as well. So.
He has, to be fair.
Leicester City don't seem to have a dog version, but they have released a brand new one for kids, which is a black number with a pale blue sash.
Yeah, I mean that was their away kit, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm definitely still leaning more towards Arsenal. What have I got price wise? And Jake, tell me price wise.
I've seen a real close up of the Arsenal jumper with David Raya wearing it, and it gets my vote. To be fair,
ooh,
it's I didn't realise, but the snowdrops at the top part of it are actually, you know, that Arsenal pattern, that funny little
it's the
paw type thing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's really cool. And it's got Merry Christmas in the lightning bolts.
Oh, come on, Richard. Yeah. I know the name of that animal because we spoke.
See, I knew all of this. I'm just glad you're coming round to seeing Sam, you know.
Okay, so it looks like Arsenal are going through.
Yeah, I'll
Arsenal against Leicester.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal going through. We've then got Norwich against West Ham. Christmas jumper with the London Stadium and things. I'm forever blowing baubles, and Norwich City's half zip. For me, and I'm going to say it now, West Ham beat Norwich because I feel like there's only so far you can go with a very classy looking half zip.
Yeah, second that.
Yeah, it's more Christmassy.
I'm blowing baubles everywhere. There we go. So West Ham go through. Now, the next game is going to be Oxford against Fulham.
Oh, easy.
Oh, so it's a retro Oxford against Fulham. Oh, this is like the Reese derby, isn't it? This is... yeah.
Fulham.
Reese loves Oxford and likes Fulham. So we're putting Fulham through. Does it beat the retro? Does Fulham's Christmassy black, red, white number beat the Oxford retro Santa shirt with the big ox?
Oxford get the vote for me.
Okay.
Oxford
Jake?
for me.
Woody, you're going Fulham?
Yeah.
I'm going Fulham too.
In the morning.
Right. Okay, so I was Fulham, Woody was Fulham, Helen was Oxford, Jake was Oxford. Are either of you changing your mind, or are you sticking by your guns?
I'm sticking.
Okay, I'm sticking. Okay, Jake?
No, I do. Look, I think the Oxford one purely because we've seen the Fulham template. Like you say, the Fulham template is the best version of that template that we've seen, but we've seen it.
Okay. Helen, can you get Reese? This is important because I think Reese is like from Oxford but lived in London, so he grew up supporting Fulham, so he literally supports Oxford and Fulham.
The deciding vote.
Yeah. Put the headphones on, mate. Put the headphones on. Hey, mate.
Yeah.
Right, Reese, welcome to the pod. We are torn between two Christmas jumpers right now. Fulham's number, which you can see on the screen, and Oxford's number, which you can see on the screen. Yeah, I know. So as the guy who loves both Oxford and Fulham, we are currently deadlocked in a 2-2 draw. They do not have any dog jumpers, which automatically puts a team through. The price points they're almost like negligible. We need a final vote.
I have to say, I have already been admiring the Oxford United one on Instagram. They've been doing a lot of good work with their players doing sort of Christmas games while wearing them.
Oh, yes.
The Fulham one is lovely, but my vote does go for Oxford on this occasion.
Okay, is there a picture of Jimenez wearing the Fulham one by any chance? Because that might...
I mean, that would change everything.
It would change everything. Or can you imagine Jake, Adama Traore trying to fit into a Christmas jumper?
He needs one of those ones. He needs a vest, doesn't he, to be fair?
He's got the baby oil on just to slide it on. Alright, so I feel like that's it. I think Oxford have gone through.
Okay, sorry Fulham, but
no, it's alright. Thanks, Reese. Love you, bye.
Thanks,
to be fair, great points. Just on the Oxford Insta page now, and they've pushed it. Pretty cool.
Spoken by a fan. This is what we want.
Yeah. Okay, so Oxford have gone through. That was a tough one, guys. Well done. What's next? So
that was
next
borderline emotional for me. I mean, Fulham was a winner, I thought.
Yeah, I thought Fulham could have gone all the way.
Yeah.
Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton won that one. Portsmouth. Did we put Portsmouth through?
No.
Newcastle. Newcastle. Wolves Newcastle. I feel like this is a good game. We've got the ho 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 away the lads, which now that I'm kind of casting an eye on it, that doesn't really work for me because it's ho ho.
Oh, no, they're against Wolves. Yeah, that pun's rubbish. Doesn't work.
If Woody can do it, I can do it too. I still love that picture. I do love the scene being very Newcastle. I do love that, and I really like as well on the Newcastle one the gold elements that they have in it, which is reminiscent of a couple of Newcastle shirts of old, haven't they? Because they always do have a little bit of like gold piping or trim on shirts. So keeping that theme is a genuine kind of like decision they've made there. The magpies on that elbow area. Again, hypercritical. Do I like the fact it says Newcastle United? Does it need to have that? Probably does, because they haven't. I don't know where I'm going. Someone else talk.
Because we're getting deeper and deeper into it, we kind of like every single one of them that's coming up now. And the Wolves ones are class. They're absolutely lovely. But the highlight from the Wolves ones is that Wolves head with the pattern in it. And for me, I've got to take into account the garish factor. And the Newcastle one is far more garish than the Wolves one. And I like the Newcastle one as much as the Wolves, but the garish factor makes me choose Newcastle.
That's fair enough. What's that? What's that one there at the bottom that's in the kind of beer? Is that a beer holder?
There's a dog jumper.
Oh, is it? We've got a dog jumper.
Oh, we go.
Okay.
Beer holder.
Right.
Yeah, lovely warm beer.
I'm looking at the screen that Helen's sharing, and tell me that doesn't look like a can of beer.
It does, though. It does. I can see where you went with it. Yeah.
So I just thought, is that life size? Is it holding? I don't know why you'd be putting beer in a stock, but
beer's not warm enough.
Helen, what's your opinion? I want to know what you think of it.
Well, I was looking for some more pictures of this jumper, of the Wolves one with the big logo on the front.
Yeah.
But I can't see it from any other angles.
No, neither can I.
I want to try and work out what the quality is.
If you go back to the Wolves website that you were on, at the top banner, if you go back one again to like that banner keeps on changing, and you can see there the Mario Lemina and also the youngest. I can't remember his name. He's wearing it on the right hand side, but I can't.
Have they sold out of it?
I'm not sure.
If it's just plain on the back, though, plain black, like, it's got to have something.
In keeping with the theme of football shirts being plain on the back.
It's too classy. It's too classy to go through that.
We've got a complete 360 with Newcastle.
No, we haven't. I'm still very much in on Newcastle.
No, as in like the design of the jumper. There's something all the way around.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I think I'm coming around to the idea that we don't know enough about Wolves jumper, the better Wolves jumper. The other ones are good. We don't know enough about the better Wolves jumper. We can see 360 degrees of this Newcastle one. Jake was right. It's garish, but still in a kind of cool way. Helen?
I'm going Newcastle. I think it looks comfy, high quality. I love that it's a bit baggy.
Woody?
Yeah, same. Newcastle.
Jake?
Yeah, Newcastle for me, please.
Okay, Newcastle go through. Okay.
It's class, that.
Oh boy, there we go.
Right, West Ham versus Arsenal. Let's start with Jake. Who are you putting through?
Arsenal.
Okay. I'm going to go West Ham because I still love that Christmas jumper. Woody?
Arsenal.
Helen?
Arsenal.
Okay, Arsenal make it through. So our last game of the semi-final is Oxford and Newcastle. Again, retro shirt, yellow, against black scenic vibes. Now we've got a team that are doing wonders in the community, wearing Christmas jumpers whilst playing Christmassy games, and we've got a man holding a dog.
Man holding a dog wins for me. Newcastle United.
Me too.
Yeah, Newcastle.
Newcastle go through. So okay, guys.
It's the 1997 FA Cup
97, 98.
Yeah.
Guys, it's all culminating to this. It's a Saturday. It's in just about reaching the end of the football season. It's the summer. It's hot. We've been up since 8 o'clock. We've seen the teams arrive at Wembley in the coaches. We saw them get out. They're entering the pitch.
The cream suits.
They're wearing their Christmas jumpers onto the pitch. We've just heard the national anthem. The red arrows have flown over. It is time to get to the game. It is Arsenal against Newcastle in the Christmas jumper FA Cup final. And where are we going? Early blows, I think, start with Arsenal. Arsenal maybe score first or are really strong on the attack. They've got their players advertising the Christmas jumpers. They've got detail on the front and the back of the Christmas jumper, which is pretty cool. Woody, do you want to say anything else about that jumper that we haven't already said?
I now know that there's Arsenal written on the bottom of the shirt, of the jumper. And again, that's in
style.
Yeah, again in the kind of the Gunner font. I just think that incorporates so much more on a jumper. I'm really impressed with Newcastle's because I think it tells you about Newcastle as well. If Arsenal had gone, that would have been my favourite Newcastle. But I'm sorry, Arsenal meet Christmas and football together.
Jake, do you want to say anything? Oh my gosh, go to the ladies one again. Go to the ladies one. Ladies. It says the lasses. The women's one doesn't say "Away the lads." The men's one says "Away the lads." The ladies one must be Newcastle women's team. Away the lasses. I like that.
Yeah, that's a cool little touch.
That's a nice little touch.
Oh man, these are two. Honestly, I think we've got to the two best.
Guys.
Definitely.
I think we have got to the two of the best.
I think if you look at how they've layered the details on the Arsenal one, you've got background with the writing that way and the details there, and then another layer, and it's clearly separate. They don't merge. They look really good against each other. Whereas I think there's something messy about these stripes on the Newcastle one.
Yeah, they are.
Ermine.
Oh, the far right. Look at that.
Ermine, that's the pattern. That's the little stouty footprints that we see on the Arsenal kit. It's an ermine, which is a type of like Weasley stout. There you go.
Yeah, Arsenal win it for me.
I agree with you there, Helen. I think it incorporates everything that a traditional Arsenal shirt looks like, and they've kept it and they've made it Christmassy. There's a garishness to the Newcastle one, which I still adore. I think to what you're saying is fair, but they're doing it because it's a shirt, it's representing a shirt rather than just being a Christmas jumper. Like if it was the Newcastle one was trying to be a retro Christmas football shirt jumper, then I'd agree with you more. But I like this. I like the long sleeves on that one though. I really like long sleeves on that.
That's a bargain for 19 quid as well for the kids.
Not wrong there. That's a really good point. How much is the adults one?
I think it's not in stock. It's not on the website.
Sold out.
38 quid
cakes.
probably, I reckon.
The public has spoken.
The public have spoken. And do you know what? You do like the public. Helen.
I'm going Arsenal.
Arsenal. Okay, Woody.
Arsenal.
Jake.
Arsenal.
It's happening all over again. Instead of Dennis Bergkamp scoring and somebody else scoring, probably Sylvain Wiltord or something like that. I don't know. It's it's a clean sweep for Arsenal. Arsenal have been crowned the FA Cup Christmas jumper winners.
Whee.